What's up, y'all? It's your girl, and this episode right here, chaos, straight chaos wrapped in designer suit, secrets, and terrible decision making. Season 2, Episode 3, Blaze of Beauty opens up already on 10. No warm up, no easing into it, just boom. Literally, figuratively, Horace, Jules, and the Angel situation. The episode kicks off with Horace trying to stop the murder of Angel, only to find out it's already done. Jules tells him the shooting already happened, and Horace absolutely loses it. And honestly, I don't blame him. Horace isn't even mad that Angel is dead. He's furious because Jules made a move without looping him in. That tells you everything about how this family operates. It's not about right or wrong. It's about control. Jules then heads to meet Mallory, and baby, Mallory is asking all the questions. She wants to know about everything, the money laundering, and whether Roy was involved. Jules, of course, claims up. He refuses to give her anything solid, but Mallory makes one thing very clear. Keep Felicia out of this. She still needs her. And that line alone tells me Felicia is a chess piece in a much bigger game. The brothers, Horace versus Norman. Now let's talk about the hospital scene with Horace and Norman, because this was emotionally messy. Norman comes in trying to reason with Horace and finally unloads years of resentment. He talks about how their father favored Horace, how he felt discarded, how he lost his wife, and now feels like he's losing his brother too. And for a brief moment, I almost felt bad for Norman. Almost. Because Horace shuts that whole pity party down. He tells Norman he knows about the affair with Olivia, the attempted power grab, and the money laundering from the club behind his back. The brothers go back and forth, accusations flying everywhere, and then Horace laughs in Norman's face and tells him to prepare for a conviction. That laugh, ice cold. That's the moment Norman snapped for real. Varney, Charles, and Roy, a dangerous triangle. Charles calls Varney, offering to talk to Roy, but Varney stops him. He wants to handle Roy on his own, which already sounds like a bad idea. Mallory later meets Varney and asks him to drive her somewhere private. At the restaurant, she opens up about how Varney was in love with Charles. Varney admits he was never going to come out, but Mallory drops a bomb. Roy already knows, which means the whole entire family probably does too. That's scary. Varney explains how dangerous Roy is, and Mallory, being Mallory, tells him he might need to be the bigger evil to stop Roy. Let that sink in. Not smarter, not safer, more evil. Then Olivia shows up drunk, uninvited, rambling, and messy as ever. Mallory tries to shoot her away, but Olivia, being Olivia, stays. Kimmie reigns as the club power shift. Meanwhile, Rain is getting ready to head to the club and makes a huge move. She tells Kimmie she doesn't want the $500,000. Instead, Rain wants control of the club. And honestly, that might be the smartest thing said all episode. Rain believes she can run it better, and Kimmie counters by asking Rain to convince Sylvia to go to college to save herself from the chaos. That line broke my heart a little because it shows Kimmie knows this life destroys people. Also, can we talk about how Kimmie is constantly surrounded by mess but still trying to protect Sylvia? She's in survival mode 24/7. Secret, lies, and Angel's death. In the car, Rain asks Alex to find Daga. Alex tries to earn her trust by calling Trixton, who drops the news that Angel is dead. Or is she? Because at this point, I don't believe anybody is fully dead on the show unless we see a body, a funeral, and a flashback montage. Norman crosses the line again. Now, let's get to the real insanity. Norman tells Joel that Howard exposed the truth about their laundering business and that Horace now knows everything. He claims he'll take care of Howard, and when Norman says that you already know it's about to go left, Norman visits Howard and his wife, acts calm, polite, even friendly. Howard insists he never told anyone, not Horace, not even his wife. He says he was happy to see Norman. And what does Norman do? He leaves a ticking bomb in their house. No confrontation, no confirmation, just assumptions and destruction. As Norman drives away, the house explodes into flames and the episode ends just like that. Now, let me be real. This show is becoming exhausting because nobody communicates. Every single catastrophe could be avoided with one honest conversation. Instead, Norman keeps choosing the most extreme option possible, blowing up a house for something that might not even be true. Sir, therapy, immediately. I'm also confused about where this story is headed. Horace is on his deathbed. Kimmie is ready to flee. Angel may or may not be alive. And there's no clear successor for Horace's empire. At this point, Horace should just hire a natural third party, manage his money, and let this whole family self-destruct from a safe distance because, baby, this ain't sustainable. Did Howard really snitch or did Norman just ruin innocent lives? Is the Angel actually dead or are we being played? Is Varney about to become just as dangerous as Roy? And who, if anyone, is going to survive this power vacuum once Horace is gone? Because right now, everybody is playing with fire. And Blaze of Beauty lived up to his name. Bye.